Good afternoon, everyone who's tuning into this JumboCast broadcast from Kraft Field. I'm sorry for the technical delays that we were experiencing for this non-conference matchup between the Tufts Jumbos and the Brandeis Judges. We're just about 6 minutes into play here, and I think at this point I will be more than happy to introduce my co-commentator, color commentator, Freddie Birnbaum. Freddie, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
You want to tell anything to our viewers about the first 6 minutes that we've witnessed?
Yeah, so the game started off pretty fast-paced. There's lots of action going on. There's been a lot of attacking down the sideline by the Jumbos, and the judges have done a good job of pushing it out of bounds. We've had lots of throw-ins, more so than the other games I've seen. Yeah.
Yep, and the ball is currently in the midfield as they play it to Moskovich, who tries to feed in Leah McDaniels, but that ball is just overhit and it rolls through to Emily Bowers.
So far, the judges have had a few chances where they've poked a ball through, but each time there's no striker there to finish it.
Burhans against Kostjo, which she deals with, and it's a foot race in the middle of the field, which Grubman wins. The ball is still with the judges. McDermott beats Brooke Forden. Goes down the sideline, met by Tally Clark, first year from Seattle, Washington.
Tally Clark has gotten a lot of work already this game as the judges keep trying to push it down that sideline, but she's done a good job of keeping them out.
McDermott puts it in. It's McDaniels into the last-ditch challenge by Alexa Pius, one of the two co-captains for the Jumbos, for judges' corner. The judges are, of course, on a 8-0 run, which they've scored 24 goals and only conceded the one. Who, Freddie, is their biggest threat going forward?
Well, the judges, unlike the Jumbos, have lots of players who have scored multiple goals, notably Leah McDaniel, who's one of their captains. She's a senior. She scored 8 of their goals, which is an incredible amount and very threatening for the Jumbos' defense.
And in contrast, the Jumbos have scored 9 different goal scorers, and the one with 2 goals, junior midfielder Chandler Quinton. She's not in the starting 11 today, but I'm sure she'll see some game time if the Jumbos need her on the field.
Yep.
McDermott, Tally Clark kicks in. Moskovich is closing her down and does an excellent job defending from the front. The Jumbos throw. Robin Estes, foreign. Estes, Capone. Some neat touches and movement from the Jumbos. It is cleared by Hannah Matala.
Some really good one-touch passing in there, but they weren't able to get it out and make a play out of it.
Frantic pace. That's the way the game's been played in the opening 10 minutes. Grumman tries to find Mariah Harvey Brown, but that is dealt with by Karen Miller, freshman, first-year defender from New Jersey.
Now looking at a goal kick.
Senior keeper Alexis Grossman is only letting one go this year for the judges in their incredible 8-0 run. And the last time that these two sides met last year, the judges won 1-0, courtesy of Cindy Moskovich's finish. She's on the field. She is starting today for the judges, so Jumbos will be wary of her threat, I suppose. Here she is now on the ball. Quick throw taken to McDermott. Put into McDaniels. Estes clears not fully convincingly. Schwartz.
Lots of time.
McDermott. Met by a giant white wall of Jumbos players.
Again, they're choosing to push it out of bounds, which is a little bit safer than trying to clear it upfield.
Shorts. Takes it down the right. Bernali is with her for a second corner. Early pressure from the judges. McDermott. Corner in. Headed away. Emily Bowers comes for that. Doesn't get there. It's all over the place, and the judges have the lead.
There's a lot of confusion and a jumbo player down for a lot of that play. Looks like she's up and walking on her own.
That is senior co-captain Alexa Pius.
And she will be coming off the field. It looked like right when that corner kick came in, she went up for a header and may have collided with one of the judges. And she went down, and for the rest of the play, she was down in the box. On the sideline, the Jumbo's trainer is doing a concussion test, checking her eyesight, making sure she can follow and track.
The most senior head leader at the back there for the Jumbos. We're hearing that she is probably going to come back.
By number 24, Jessica Morena.
Jumbos just need to settle down a little bit, which the judges have not been allowing them to.
And that goal was scored by number 24, Jessica Morana. It's her third of the season, and she's one of the captains of the judges' soccer team.
Shorts tries to switch it out wide to McDermott, but the foreign picks it up, but immediately Moskovich comes back to help her defender out and wins the throw for the judges. She is not going to come back on, Alexa Pius. Looks like Stephanie Brunswick is coming on in her place. McDaniels. Matala. Under pressure is Balas, and she plays that to Brooke Foreign, who hoofs it to the other side. Renali slips. Matala couldn't capitalize on that, and Pikinen sweeps up. This is Grubman, who tries to find Jessica Pone, who flicks it onto Mariah Harvey Brown. Lovely turn. She has
nice move to get it through, but can't get it forward.
She had Brooke Foreign open on the left, but she chose to go down the middle to try and play that ball back to Jessica Pone, and the judges were able to clear that. End-to-end stuff here, huh, Freddie?
Yeah, lots of action, both sides of the field. Very exciting, very fast-paced game.
And the referee has called it. Renali. Shorts met by Sarah Pikinen. Estes. Renali, immediately 3 judges players are on her, and she misplaces the pass to Moskovich. McDaniels. Matala to McDermott, who hits that out of play.
And Sally Clark will take the free throw.
Ari Brown flicks that on, trying to find Jessica Pone. And that is cleared by Michaela Freeman. It's a tough throw. Brooke Foreign. Matala wins that header from Robin Estes. Daniels, Moscow. And Tally Clark steps up to clear the ball.
Jumbo's trying really hard to cover all the throws, giving no options, but the judges have still managed to retain the ball on most throws.
Koschov. Well, Muscovich wins that off her. Daniels, and that should be Emily Bowers. Ooh. Gets it on her second attempt.
The judges, Heliana Burens, coming in very strong on that, trying to challenge for the ball, but Bowers had it.
Muscovich. McDermott comes off Tally Clark. And this is the first time this season that the Jumbos are trailing. And whether they be able to come back from this will be testament to their mental fortitude. It's a lovely throw to Muscovich, but Koschov is with her every step of the way. It's only as far as McDaniels. Muscovich is onside, and Koschov shows some good strength, but the clearance isn't too far. It's gone to McDermott, but just missing judges player Helena Burhans.
The Jumbos haven't been able to get any lift on their clearances today, so they keep going right back into the midfielders.
Estes, Harvey Brown, Fortin. Rinaldi is unable to get on to the end of that pass. Clark's attempted pass to Fortin is closed down by Muscovich. Harvey Brown.
Right off the speaker.
Irma. Atala. Ballas.
Judges trying to attack down the other sideline.
Now to Grubman. Met there by Miller. But she's able to play that to Jessica Pone, who flicks it over to the defender. Could be a good chance for the Jumbos. Harvey Brown is played in, and I think that is a corner. First corner of the game for the Jumbos.
Nice play by the judges' defense to get there. Despite the foot race going on, they were able to get a foot in and break up that shot.
First real attack from the Jumbos this afternoon. Results in a corner, which will be taken by Brooke Foreign.
Jumbos have all but two of their players up near the box trying to get any chance at a first shot or a deflection to keep it in, keep on the offensive.
Well, Jessica Pone is right on the edge of the 18-yard box. He chose to swing it in. I don't think that was 10 yards. It's only as far as it's gone all the way back to Emily Bowers, who has time to deal with this. Chooses a short option.
Jumbos are very far upfield, so they've got lots of options to try to keep the ball in the
Harvey
offensive.
Brown is offside, but Grossman will pick that up anyway. McDaniel, Muscovich. I feel like we'll be saying those names quite a lot today.
Judges have attacked on the same sideline, all but I think two of their attacks so far.
Brunswick is turned by Bronze. Goes down the left, beats Costco for pace, but Rinaldi is there to meet her.
And that was their third attack down that other sideline, and they managed to get through, but were stopped.
Foreign. Switch sides now with Sarah Grumman. I think with the Jumbos might be trying to look to bring their play inside instead of going out wide. Grumman. Harvey Brown doesn't get there. Friedman. Only as far as to Renali. Jessica Pone, lovely turn. But it's met by Matala. And the judges have the ball back. Costco. Almost casually. But it's picked up here by Samantha Shorts, who finds McDaniel. Back to Shorts down this right-hand side. Gets the ball in, but Emily Bowers will come and collect.
Again, working down that same sideline, they were able to get the ball to the middle, but instead of working to switch, they came back out to the sideline and were stopped by Tally Clark and Emily Bowers.
Jumbo's having some problem dealing with the fluidity of the judges' offense at the moment, with players moving into different positions, making it very, very difficult for the Jumbos to pick up their target. Grumman immediately closed down by 3, if not 4 judges and players. There's absolutely no way out for the Jumbos at the moment.
Very aggressive play by their midfielders, trying to keep the ball up in their offensive zone.
Harvey Brown, Renali tries to find Capone. It's dealt with by Morana, the goal scorer. And good pressure brings out an error from Hannah Matala that gets the Jumbos up the field. Loud, commanding shot of mine. The back by Morana. It's cleared, but it's only as far as to Brooke Ford, who swings it in. Harvey Brown just offside.
Sarah Grubman's trying to drop back, cover that sideline that keeps getting attacked.
Estes wins the header. Clark will come and collect. Harvey Brown, good strength. Back to Estes. Jessica Pone's made a run, but they choose to work it backwards using some excellent pressure from midfield and attack by the judges. Jumbo's forced all the way back. Pikanen immediately out-muscled. Here's Schwartz. McDaniels works it out to Moscovich, who is offside. Immediately the free kick is taken. Grumman. Clark works it to Harvey Brown, holds it up for Estes. Miscommunication there means that Morana can pick up the ball.
Jumbo is working really hard to try to increase the speed of play, trying to get by the judges, but they can't seem to get it past their midfield.
Moscovich, McDaniels, Schwartz, and Bowers collects. The Jumbos are preparing a slew of 4, maybe 5 changes below us.
Judges getting Jumbo's getting a chance here.
Goodman tries to play that into Harvey Brown's a foot race, but Morana puts that out of play. It's a slew of changes coming on. Number 15, number 17, number 6, number 18, and number a slew of changes coming on for the Jumbos. And we have a new member of the Jumbo Cast family alongside me now. I'll let him introduce himself.
Hey there, Jumbo Cast fans and viewers. This is Mark Weissglass here, new to the show. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
the second Jumbo's corner. Of course, you can catch Mark and the other freshman who's here with us today, Owen, in the halftime show about 21 minutes from now.
Oh, yeah. It'll be a great time.
Get ready. Corner is swung in, dealt with by the judges' defense. They look to break, but that clearance is met by senior defender Brunswick. Clark swings that in. It's
Clark
like
is not letting much past her today.
she's earned some raving reviews for her performance and for her first year as well. She's almost slotted seamlessly into this Jumbo's defense.
The Moskowitz-Clark matchup seems to be the matchup of the afternoon, if I'd say so myself.
Here's Aronson. Miller tries to close that clearance down. Daniels drops deep to pick that up. Moskovich, here we go again. Tries to pick out Harbins, but Sadler tracks back in time. Brunswick, Zara. And it's a misplaced pass.
Possession seems a bit one-sided in the favor of the judges this afternoon, but we have seen spurts of greatness from the Jumbos
Burns.
as the judges take it downfield.
Daniels. Crunching challenge there by Rinaldi. She wasn't going to take no for an answer.
Oh, no.
But immediately, as you see again, closed down by 3 players. Miller met by Kostjo. It's Aronson misplaces the pass to Matala. Moskovich. Zara. And plays that. Some miscommunication. Aronson is offside and can't make a play for that. So Zara closes them down. Here's Lexi Miller. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Get them 3-on-2 now. Dermont. Bounce. Lovely ball. Averages through, but Kostjo is there to deal with it. Matala has options. Goes back to McDermott.
Being played by Miller. Back to Ballas.
Judges throw. One of their more impressive players today. Number 16, Sydney Moskovich is coming off, and on comes Sasha Sunday.
Down for the judges, number 25, Sasha Sunday. She replaces number 16, Sydney Moskovich.
And a substitution here. Ballas is out, and in comes Katie Hayes.
In for the judges, number 3, number Katie Hayes. She replaces number 32, Zoe Ballas.
Immediately seeing the ball there, number 25, Sunday, but Jumbos take that off her. And what must Coach Marta Whiting be thinking right now, Mark?
I definitely just want to see more offense, more attack. They're playing the ball well. It's some nice defense. It's just we need to get the ball up in their side of the field.
everybody but the judges' keeper in the Jumbo's half at the moment.
And this is what I meant by possession being very one-sided. Look at that.
Can break now the jump. That pass comes a little too late, but Aronson fights for that and gets there.
Aronson looks to switch the field.
Plays it in, but by that point the judges have numbers back in the box. Chandler Quint, leading Jumbo's goal scorer, puts that pass out of play. Zara pressing for Lexi Miller has also come to press, and she does well to hold up the judges' offense.
Jumbo's definitely looking to make something happen here. Estes playing that ball well.
Natala has Burns as an option, which she uses. Shorts, couple of high boots there. Costco sweeps up from the back and immediately looks to send that off of Zara, but doesn't get past Kayla Friedman.
Daniel.
Here's Friedman again. Sunday. And that eventually gives us to catch a breather here. It's been an intense last 5 to 10 minutes.
Let's see how Bowers plays this.
Aronson has options. Goes out wide to Alexander Sadler. Get a good right foot. Let's see if she can put the cross in, but the judges don't let her do that.
Judges' defense is a real wall here. Hard to break it.
Miller. Zara. Out wide to Sadler. Puts the ball in the box. Marana clears. And again by Miller. Quinn picks it up. Back to Brunswick. First real sustained Jumbo's pressure now. And again.
Estes looking to poke holes in the wall. The judges retain possession.
Great strength to win the ball back. Aronson goes to S. Tries to feed Zara in, but that was a well-timed Friedman.
McDermott with the counter.
Here comes Brunt against Tally Clark, which, again, the first-year defender for the Jumbos comes out strong.
She will not back down.
Earned her time on the bench, her break. It's been an impressive first half for her.
19, Samantha Schwartz.
Shorts will be replaced by Izzy Moore.
Estes hoofs it down the
Here goes Aronson.
and forces Camarana to put that out of play. Miller, Zara. Not quite Estes. Great strength to win that back. Katie Hayes. She sends that ball to Seller. Cross, attempted cross.
Definitely some nice through balls here. We just need to see them be completed for the jumbo.
Zara in the corner. Sunday clears for another tough stir. Sustained pressure from the jump. The best since that corner earlier. Curse at the commentator there. Bronze has come over to this side. She started the match on the left-hand side instead. That was Minji Lee, which tried to send Burn again, but no. Allie Clark. As Julie McDermott comes over to take this corner.
Heavy defensive on the posts from the jumbos.
Everyone in the jumbos half again. Zara away. Aronson down and does.
Help.
Amelia Bonner. Aronson goes back. Flick on to Lexi Miller, which she is unable to keep in play. 2 changes, 1 for each side.
Sarah Maloney now on the field, as well as Julia Matson for the judges.
Gets her first hit of action. Foul called by the referee. Just a little over 8 minutes to play.
Sarah Maloney, and for the judges, number 15, Julia Matson.
Someone's gone down in the box.
Oh, it doesn't look good. She's back up. That's Matson.
Bowers pumps it down the field. Sarah's chasing down means Freeman has to hoof that into the bleachers. Maloney. Brunswick puts it out of play.
Now for the judges, number 5, Amanda Fernbach. She replaces number 7, Karen Miller.
And here comes first year Fernbach on the field for Karen Miller for the judges.
Out of play for a tough stir. Aronson. Put in the box by Zara. Trying to find Miller. Has a second attempt at it. She's met with by the judges' defense.
The Judges' defense could be the staple of their gameplay here. I mean, nothing seems to get past them.
Yeah, and it's probably one of the biggest reasons why they've only conceded just the 1 goal this entire season.
It's absolutely incredible. Let's see if it can continue, or if the Tufts Jumbos can break that down.
Brunswick. Aronson tries to find Zara. Morona will deal with that. And Ashley Latona is coming on for Lexi Miller.
Let's see if the Jumbos can make anything happen here with a little over 5 minutes left to play in the first half.
Zara tries to send that into the new substitute Ashley Latona, but Grosman imposing as ever. Nice breezy afternoon here at Kraft Field. There remains Tufts 0, Brandeis 1 from an early corner, which Jessica Morona finished for the judges. Matson holds up play, and that allows Estes to get the block in. Good strength there by Estes and Clark to win that off Matson.
Estes has definitely been playing the ball well this afternoon.
Costro, and the pressure there from Matson. Jumbo's back to help her. Only goes as far as Burons. Good read there by Chandler Quinn. Zara tries to send Aronson early. But again, the judges deal with that. Estes tries to send that ball long down the field, but it's gone out of play.
A nice turnout here today at Kraft Field for what is a very highly anticipated game.
Matson. Pressure into making that erroneous pass. Here's Maloney. Aronson back to Maloney. Ball is intercepted. It's a 3-on-3 here, but Brunswick deals with it. Here's Costro. Sends that along to Latona, but McDermott shows her experience by just ushering that ball out of play.
McDermott is everywhere today.
Matala sends that down to Burr. Went for goal there.
Jumbo's got lucky there.
First time I think today that Taylor Clark's been caught out of position. I think she needs a breather. She's worked very, very hard today defensively and trying to bring the ball forward for the Jumbos. Estes works it out to Latona. Or maybe not.
Down for the judges, number 14, Maddie Marks. Your place is number 10, Minji Lee.
Just under 2 minutes here left to play in the first half. Bronze. Ashley Latona and Tally Clark combining there, and that's a very late challenge there by Bronze in an attempt to win the ball back.
Definitely a pickup in intensity here in the final 2 minutes of the first half.
Just flicks that on to Aronson. Hold it play. It's one of her strengths.
Aronson switches the field.
Questionable switch there, which Brunswick isn't able to deal with. Here's Matson. Stopped by Clark. Matson tries to send that in, but the judges were unable to get that final ball into the Jumbo's penalty area. And don't forget, coming up in just about a minute to let play here, but just coming right up is, of course, the halftime show, where you will meet two of our newest members of Jumbo Cast. Ball put in the box. McDermott deals with that. This is probably the final chance now for the Jumbos. Lovely footwork.
Good control.
Beats Matala, finds Latona, but she couldn't get that into a convincing position.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that is halftime here at Kraft Field, where an early finish from number 24, Jessica Morona from the judges gives the visitors a 1-0 lead.
A well-played game on both sides.
And we will definitely see you back in the second half. But, of course, don't forget to stay tuned to our halftime show.
Afternoon, welcome back to Kraft Field. We have Owen Finnegan. We got members of JumboCast. So
Just look into sports. I love watching them. I love playing them. I just want to be the Nescacs Mike Breen.
Just looking to show my pieces. There's been a couple corner kicks, a couple good opportunities. You're not going to get a lot of those against this Brandeis defense, so you really need to capitalize on any opportunity you have. Another thing we need to Tufts needs to focus on, I think, coming into this game against Brandeis, an 8-0 team, you need the second half. They can slow down, control the ball a little.
this one a lead. What do they need to?
Been controlling the ball, been playing great. Is getting the ball to her, making sure.
All right, yeah, again, some great attack. Please stay tuned for the second half. We're going to have Owen Soccer.
Welcome back. We're just about to get the second half underway. If you're just joining us, it is the judges who are leading. The visitors, Brandeis judges, are leading by 1-0. And I also welcome back Freddie.
It's good to be back.
Just looked up this statistic. The judges apparently unbeaten in 32 straight games against teams from New England since dropping their opening game of the 2014 season. If they win today, that would make it 33, which is a very, very impressive record.
Yeah, as we see, judges have a goal kick early.
Sarah Grossman, their goalkeeper. Sorry, Alexis Grossman. I apologize about that. Apologize for that. Alexis Grossman has kept 16 career shutouts. She'll be looking to make it 17 today, but the Jumbos will have to find a way past her.
Jumbo's offense and midfield really trying to put a lot of pressure here, keep the ball up on the judges' half like they've been doing a lot of the first half.
More importantly, try and get off to a fast start to try and find a way back into this game. As we can see Moskowitz being pressured to misplace that pass. Grubman gets the ball back.
Nice move by Grubman.
Tries to find Jessica Poem, but Marona ushers the ball safely back to her goalkeeper. Grubman tries to close Miller down. Here's McDaniels, finds Moskowitz, who keeps that in play. It's a foot race between her and Brunswick. She's pacey, and she gets into the box, gets past Brunswick, but is met there by Taylor Costro.
It was a nice attack by the judges down the sideline, just outpacing the Jumbo's defense, but couldn't get it to the middle for an opportunity.
Grumman. Capone holds it up. Grumman tries to send Harvey Brown through, but Friedman will be able to deal with that one, and she sends that ball back to Gosman. Back again. Estes. Harvey Brown.
Manages to get a nice turn in, moving
Good
towards the
turn. It's
center.
Harvey Brown. Tries to feed that into Jessica Poe, but couldn't pull that move off. Schwartz. Baus. Miller. Closed down by Grumman and wins.
Grumman breaks through. Lots of space.
Ushered down the sidelines by her coach. Sends that cross in, but is picked up by Alexis Grossman.
It seems our scoreboard camera went down, so a time check. We were about 3.5 minutes into the second half as the Jumbos again trying to make some offense happen. Capone back to Estes, sending it forward, but an offsides call.
Try to send that forward to Harvey Brown. And they're just taking the time over this free kick just to milk some time off the clock. Freeman sends it forward. Estes header. Won by Schwartz against Rinaldi. Sends that ball through to Muscovich, but Taylor Costro is there and puts that out of play. Here's Schwartz dealing with Grumman and Rinaldi, and that tries to send that to Muscovich, who is caught offsides. It will be a Jumbo's free kick from inside, deep in their own half.
Costro to take this kick.
And you can still see that the judges are pressing very, very high up the field. Estes' touch is no good there. It's gone out of play. Matala, McDaniels, back to Matala down this left-hand side. Tries to send that ball through Grupp. Schwartz wasn't sure to whether. Well, I was going to say Tally Clark wasn't sure whether to come or not, and Schwartz got a shot off, but that was deflected and then safely into the arms of Emily Bowers, who, fun fact for you, has still yet to concede in open play. She's only conceded from 2 corners this entire year. And a penalty kick, so still unbeaten in open play. A testament to her shot-stopping abilities. It's clear forward, but only as far as picked up by the opposition judges. Miller, who sends that back to Friedman.
Jessica Capone really working hard to get some pressure up on the judges' defense, but hasn't been able to make any chances from it yet.
Costro sends that long to Harvey Brown, who tried to feed Jessica Capone into space, but that was just a little overhead. Matala sends that back to her goalkeeper for the judges. Sends that long. Nice turn. Tally Clark recovers from a little slip and puts that out of play. Rinaldi. Harvey Brown. Rinaldi. Estes, left the ball behind. Matala. Sends Sydney Muscovich through. And Brunswick has to track back to deal with this. Muscovich shown inside, but the shot was not clean enough. That could have been a golden opportunity there for the judges.
beat the defender and had open space towards the center, but wasn't able to get a good shot off. A lot of great individual talent from her today, really working against the defense, trying to make opportunities.
Long goal kick somehow found its way to Jessica Poe. It's cleared, but only as far as to Estes to Harvey Brown, and surely that's a foul on Jenna Tricoli. Jumbos have a free kick in a dangerous position.
This is a really important opportunity for them to really set up and try to make a play. If they can get a goal here, tie it up, then they've got plenty of time to work on taking the lead and get back in this game.
This is the first time the Jumbos have trailed this season. As this runs over, it will be left to Ranali, who doesn't clear the wall on the second attempt, sends that wide of the goal.
I'm not sure that she could have taken a shot there. The initial tap didn't move the ball enough for a shot to be legal.
Now we are back alive. It is just about 8 minutes played here in this second half. No changes in the scoreline. The judges, the visitors, still lead by 1-0. Miller sends that long, and McDaniels will be asked to chase that down until a cost show is there, and sends that only as far. Well, worked out in the end.
Made it through. Judges have tried to knock down those clears, but
Harvey Brown deemed a little too physical on Morona. McDermott. Brands. Misplaced pass. Jumbos can deal with that. Tricoli brings it forward. Not read by her other teammates. Shorts. Palace. Friedman. Sends that long to Muscovich.
down their favorite sideline over here.
Muscovich is a popular outlet for the judges today. Harvey Brown is able to send that back to Wes's. Capone to Grubman. He's going to switch it, attempted to switch it. Rinaldi sweeps up. Harvey Brown plays move forward and in. This is going to be a golden opportunity for the Jumbos. And it's bundled in. It is bundled in. 1-1.
Another really strange way to score a goal. There's a lot of confusion off the hands of the goalkeeper. It looks like a defender ran into her trying to clear it.
I believe the goal is scored by Jessica Poe, but we'll have to wait for confirmation about that. Meanwhile, the keeper is still down. But the Jumbos are level. Tremendous fighting spirit from the Tufts Jumbos. Well, look to be.
Goal scored by number 9, Jess Capone.
We have confirmation that that goal was Jess Capone.
And I can see briefly across the field in the bleachers, the Capone family was standing and applauding their daughter's goal. I think they're sitting next to the Bowers family, if I'm not mistaken.
And that is Jess Capone's first goal of the season.
Making her the 10th different score for the Jumbos.
Now
this
with
year.
11 goals on the season and 10 different scorers, a really impressive versatility in their offense.
They take that throw in quickly. Harvey Brown beats one, but McDermott is there. Anali. And Jumbos have definitely started the second half much, much brighter than they did the first. And it's paid off today. What should have been an easy catch from that brute footing cross was spilled. And the Jumbos were able to capitalize.
And here they are keeping possession, one of their longer possessions.
Estes. McDermott. Atala. Estes immediately onto her. Forces a misplaced pass. Grumman tries to touch that past Miller. It's a foot race, which Miller is able to see that out, but great fortitude there by Sarah Grumman.
Brunswick takes the throw in.
Sends that back to Estes, who is running in from midfield today. And just trips over the ball, but is able to hold on to possession for the Jumbos. Jessica Capone, this is slick from the Jumbos today so far. Best we've seen them play.
Yeah, that goal really gave them some spirit, pushing them to
Tricoli and Grumman is offside.
trying to come in from the wing, but started a little too early.
You can hear the, well, I'm not sure if you can, but those watching at home, but for us, we can hear a very, very fired up Jumbo's touchline down on this side. Grumman. Blocked by Miller. Tough throw.
For a lot of the first half, we heard a lot from
Oh,
Jumbo's coaches.
lovely touch there by Jessica Capone. Brings that in. Crosses block. Estes swings that in. It's Harvey Brown. Just couldn't get the final touch on that. And free kick against the Jumbos. Wow.
Wow, exciting play there. Jessica Pone with a beautiful touch to create an opportunity, but they weren't able to get a shot off in the box there.
Estes wins that header. Freeman clear. Rinaldi steps in there. Tricoli has the ball now for the Jumbos in midfield. Turns lovely. Feeds it out to Grumman. One-on-one with Miller. Chooses to go inside. Has the beating of Miller, but not Friedman. Here comes Shorts, and Rinaldi is there, sweeping up in midfield. Grumman. Tricoli. Back to Rinaldi on this right side. Tries to feed that back to Tricoli, but that was met by Friedman. Costco clears. Rinaldi wins that header against Shorts, but only goes so far as to Baz. Jessica Capone tries to slide in, but the judges keep the ball.
That is a great possession by the Jumbos. They were able to keep the ball even when the defense tried to clear it away. They were maintaining possession in the midfield.
Grumman has 2 on her. That should be a Jumbo's throw, and is. Brunswick, Jessica Capone, lovely flick, tries to find Robin Estes. Freeman will be able to clear that out of play. And Emily Bowers really hasn't had much to do this second half so far. As it hasn't been all Jumbos so far. Grumman tries to send that into Capone, but well read by Freeman. McDaniels. Freeman. Costco, Estes. Heavy touch. Brunswick. Clears it out of play.
We have a sub coming in for Brandeis. Number 3, Katie Hayes coming in to take out Hannah Matala.
Moskovich. McDaniels. Switched out wide to Burns.
Running down the sideline, doing a great job with the
Sends it
defense,
in.
but
It's a goal. It's a corner. Oh, that was a goal kick.
now Yui McDermott's taking this kick. Short kick didn't make it into the middle, and now a second try.
Azu just Capone blocks. McDaniels a shot. Harvey Brown tries to win the ball back, but Miller plays it back to Friedman, and the judges go again. Lovely pressure there from Harvey Brown to slow And that is a lovely challenge by Gunman that comes off Miller for a Jumbo's throw. Everything so far in the second half going for Tufts. Grumman's unfortunately flicked-headed Estes with Moscovich. It's a lovely tangle there. There's a foul called, and it's in favor for the Jumbos.
Estes coming in very aggressive here, was able to win that foul.
Showing her senior leadership, fighting for every ball, which I'm sure will make Coach Marta Whiting extremely proud. Costro swings this ball in. It's a challenging one. The Jumbos could get something on that one, but it is Grossman picked that ball up like plucking apples from a tree. Daniels. Tricoli and Estes sort that out between them.
Great pressure, starting to look like some of the defense the judges were playing earlier, where they would get multiple players really close down the ball.
Against McDermott, has strength to hold off senior defender, and Jumbos have the ball. Tricoli. Clark sends that along, try to find Jessica Pone. That is cleared by Morona, but is picked up by Brooke Forden, who heads it on to Jessica Pone, but just a little overhit it, and it will be a judge's goal kick.
Brandeis have another substitution, number 25, Sasha Sunday, coming on to give Sydney Moskowitz a break. She's been working really hard all game.
We see Schwartz come over onto this near side. Sunday takes her place. I would assume to be on the other side. McDaniels. Callie Clark shown backwards, and Costro's clearance not entirely convincing. And Brunswick will just put that out of play. Just about 20 minutes played in this second half.
Judges moving down the sideline with a couple of throw-ins. And here's another. Oh, for the Jumbos.
So they tries to put that ball in. It's a Jumbo's go kick. Substitutions on both sides.
You have Alex Aronson coming in for the Jumbos, as well as Alessandra Sadler.
Yeah. And off comes Grumman and Brooke Fornin. It's a like-for-like switch.
Both of the Jumbos who came on are previous goal scorers, maybe trying to work in some offense, get a second goal, and take a lead for the first time this game.
Harvey Brown was unable to hold that up. Freeman pickpockets her. But that ball is sent comfortably into Emily Bowers' hands. Aronson. Ball's picked off by Ballas. Costro should be able to deal with it. Does. Clark. Aronson slips. Judge's throw.
The Jumbos coaches were trying to call a foul from the sideline here. They thought she was playing from the ground, but no call from the referees.
Schwartz runs into Estes and then finds a way to play that ball to Hayes, who switches it out wide to Sunday. Tally Clark with an amazing challenge.
Great defense to prevent a shot and allow only a small dribbler into the hands of Emily Bowers.
Tricky conditions today. The wind doesn't make it any easier sometimes. As the judges attempt to regain some footing in the second half. Admittedly, has been a very, very good second half start for the Jumbos. Hasn't it been? Tricoli. Oh, it's a lovely foot race between Morana and Capone, which just about wins. Two changes here for the Jumbos.
We have Margaret Zara and Chandler Quinton coming in to take off Mariah Harvey Brown and Jess Capone. Got fresh legs up in the forwards.
And number 18, Chandler Quinton. Their place number 9, Jess Capone, and number 14, Mariah Harvey Brown.
Daniels fix that on to Barnes. Tara Clark matches her every step of the way. It's seen out by Costro. This is Tricoli. Estes out wide to Alexander Sadler against Fernbach. She finds Zarek, and that's a misplaced pass, trying to find Chandler Quinn, who's already come inside. Hayes, won back by Quinn. Sends it to Estes, who has been the midfield general today for the Jumbos. Slipped up by McDermott, who has been a rock at the back for the judges on the right-hand side. Kostya. And that ball runs out of play, and joining me now is another of our newest members. I'll let him introduce himself.
Pleasure to be here. I'm Owen Finnegan, going to be stepping in for Freddie for the end of the game here. Something I've noticed, the Jumbo is definitely not playing for a tie here. I'm very excited to see the substitution of number 18, Chandler Quinton, in the game. She's been having a great season, definitely an offensive force. She has a couple assists and a few goals in the season as well. That'll be 2 goals and 2 assists. So we're going to see if she can provide that late game spark that the Jumbos need for the victory here.
Freeman sends that out of play. Tale of two halves, really, for the Jumbos.
Absolutely. I think everybody in the stadium, Brandeis included, saw that Jess Capone goal coming. She had 3 or 4 really nice touches, really nice plays in the first half, and just nothing came to fruition. Second half, the opportunity came. She buried it in the back of the net and continued to make good catches while she was on the field. Really, really good game from the senior.
Fernbach. McDaniels. Tripoli's blocked by Ballas. It's phone to Schwartz, who tries to turn Brunswick. Wojcik shows her outside and gets her foot in. It's cleared, and Fernbach's header goes out of play for the Jumbos. Zara. Hayes comes back to deal with that. Schwartz, Sunday. Nolly from Estes finds Brunswick. Works it out eventually to Chandler Quinnan. Zara against Freeman. Holds on to the ball. Lovely turn. And just leaves it behind, but Tricoli is able to pick up the momentum for the Jumbo. Sadler tries to send that into Chandler Quinnan, and McDaniels' flick on to Shorts. is shown inside. Switches it out wide to number 16 Moscovich, but Tally Clark wins the ball back for the Jumbos. Here comes Aronson, and it's gone out for a Jumbos throw.
Jumbos have to be careful here with Moscovich back on the field. Out of her 13 career goals, 9 have been a go-ahead or game-winning goal. So really got to watch out for her in this late-game situation.
Here comes Zara. Lovely ball to Quinn, and has Sadler open on this far side and does pick her out. It's a lovely chance for the Jumbos if they can work this right. Sadler tries to cut back in, but
well played by the Brandeis defense there.
the judges' defense recovers extremely quickly. Part of the reason why they've only conceded 1 goal before today. Sadler. Hayes intercepts her intended pass to Estes. Costco touches that out of play.
Something I've noticed here with this Jumbo team in the second half as opposed to the first half, definitely more willing to pass the ball back, play a little bit slower. I think that's really what they needed, a little less frantic. Have to credit the head coach, Martha Whiting, for that halftime adjustment.
Especially when you're always tempted to do that when you're facing a high press. Shorts pulls one from outside the box, and that goes out for harmlessly for a goal kick.
Just a little bit wide.
Shorts holds off the challenge of Brunswick. Sunday tries to feed in Fernbach, but that's just a little overhit.
Interesting situation for the Jumbos in this game. You mentioned earlier they haven't trailed much, if at all, this whole season. In addition, 2 of their 3 victories have come by virtue of an Emily Bowers shutout. So a 1-1 game, not really a situation they've experienced much this season. We're going to see how they fare here.
It's out for Emily Bowers to pick that up, and she sends that to Tally Clark.
Laser beam.
Miss kick. A lot of sporting action today here or at Tufts, or, well, if not at Tufts, at different locations. Of course, JumboCast is also proud to bring you Tufts' first night football game later at 6 p.m., so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, we see Sunday on the ball. Confusion at the back there for the Jumbos, and Robin Estes just hoofs that long.
Well played.
Safety first, huh? So, first real chance there for the judges this second half.
Number 24, Sarah Maloney, waiting to get back on.
Number 23, Aliana Burhan.
Hayes, heavy first touch means Estes can take that away. Tries to send that to Zara. Confusion in the back means Chandler Quinton can pick that up, and picks out a lovely pass to Tricoli, who tries to send Zara through. Freeman just one step ahead of her. But Zara closes that clearance down, and it's down here on the far side. But Freeman, whoa, blocked by Chandler Quinton. The Jumbos aren't letting them out.
Good strength from Quinton.
Sends that in, but Grossman will pick that up. 1-1, just under 15 minutes to play. A slew of athletics action today in and around. I can also tell you that for field hockey fans, the Jumbos beat Mary Washington 2-0. So that is a Impressive win for the Jumbos there too.
Tally Clark having a great game, playing some really solid defense. Got to admire the way the Jumbos aren't afraid to lean on a freshman. She's been very involved, hasn't taken a lot of breaks. Really impressed with her performance today.
I mean, Tally Clark has been beaten at the first attempt. She recovers so quickly to get back into position to deal with the incoming threat.
See how Tufts handles this set piece here.
Aronson and Zara get that away eventually, and it's a break on here if Zara decides to hold up the play to try and bring her entire team forward instead. But the judges get the ball back. Moscovich tries to flick that on to her teammate, but that's unfortunately run out of play. Try to flick that on to Helena Burns.
Sarah Maloney. She replaces number 25, Stephanie Brunswick.
That's Maloney coming on and Brunswick coming off.
I think Maloney just sitting in a defensive row, and Brunswick has worked very hard ever since Paez had to go off, and it's a misplaced pass there. It's cleared off the line by Maloney in her
Beautiful
first
play.
action there. As she came on a misplaced goal kick by Emily Bowers, almost putting the Jumbos into serious trouble there.
Got to make the most of your minutes, and I think Maloney just made the most of her seconds, really.
Down to the judges, number 32, Zoe Ballas. She replaces number 3, Katie Hayes.
Katie Hayes coming off. Certainly played well.
Just over 10 minutes to play here at Kraft Field, still 1-all. Morona from
Maloney
the
again.
Quinnen sends that to Sadler. Has a lot of green space in front of her, but it's closed down by the judges so quickly. Estes has time and brings the ball down very well. Hazara and is offside, and just a little sign of frustration there below us on the Jumbo's touchline.
You know, it can be frustrating playing a team like the Judges. Their speed on all sides of the ball has been really impressive all day. So how you deal with that is make them play at your speed. And the Jumbo's slowing down the pace of the game in the second half has certainly helped them with that. But the Judges' speed is still going to be an issue in the remaining 10 minutes of the game or so.
Foul by Ernali. It's called as the judges have a free kick.
If it's tied, there's overtime, 2 periods, golden goal.
For those watching at home, if the result holds, there is overtime. They play 2 periods of overtime with the golden goal rule in place. So it could be some exciting bonus soccer we have today, if the result holds.
Ballas Tricoli has wins that ball off her, finds Estes. Tricoli has impressed since she's come on in the second half. Estes tries to find Sadler, but that is well read by a very well coached Judges defense. McDaniels. Atala. Goes long, tries to find Burns, but Tally Clark wins the header to Aronson. Rinaldi. Bowers' clearance has gone out for a Judge's throw.
You have to admire Emily Bowers today. Played great, good clearances, good saves. It can be tough for a team to sort of rally around a sophomore goalkeeper. You usually want some more veteran presence in your goal. But respect to the Jumbos for being able to rally around Bowers' trust her instincts.
Miscommunication there at the back between Maloney and Sadler, and That results in a judge's free kick. Moscovich wasn't very happy about it and shoves Saller in the back.
Tension's running high here in Medford.
Freeman. And Bowers
Well
opts
done.
to punch it and makes a save with her feet. Zara. Just going back to what you said about Emily Bowers, she played also last year in her freshman season, first year season, and was highly impressive in goal. I remember when I went to the MIT game when Tufts was at MIT, she was almost caught off her line, but she tracked back so quickly and just clawed that out of the way.
Yeah, her mobility in the box is certainly impressive, and we just saw that in the previous sequence right there. She can move.
Maloney. Fernbach, sorry, hits that out of play. Saller to Capone, back to Saller. Harvey Brown. Sends Estes through with Ballas there for company, and it's a Jumbo's corner.
Let's see how the Jumbos handle this corner here. Got to make the most of your opportunities, like I said at the halftime show. A couple of the corners have been a little less than impressive for the Jumbos today, but now's their time to strike when it matters most.
7.5 minutes to play. Robin Estes with the corner. Swung in, it's headed and Grossman had to get there. That was creeping in.
Great save by Grossman there.
It's another corner. Pressure on. 7 minutes to play. Take 2. And that has unfortunately sailed out of play.
Substitutions for Brandeis here. Number 19, Samantha Schwartz coming on, and number 25, Sasha Sunday coming off.
Now for the judges, number 19, Samantha Schwartz. She replaces number 25, Sasha Sunday.
So Capone just tries to return that ball to her, but is unable to get a clean pass on. Maloney flicks that on. Harvey Brown, great strength. Freeman is out of position. Can she find Jessica Capone? No. McDermott and Fernbach sorted out amongst them just in time. Robin Estes Ballas just puts that out of play. Continued Jumbo's pressure here. Quick throw taken. Saller keeps that in play.
Just barely.
Yeah, the hold of the ball has got to cross the whole of the line. Tricoli. Estes hangs it in there. Jessica Capone could win it. Harvey Brown maybe. Confusion in that judge's defense. Haven't said that much this afternoon or all of this season so far, really. But they could break here with Schwartz. McDaniels, open option down the right side, which she was unable to use because the Jumbos retreated so quickly. Harvey Brown fouled by Zales, according to the referee. Ballas, sorry, Zoe Ballas. Jumbos try to switch it, but Fernbach is there. Maloney.
Beautifully.
Chip through to Saller. Can she put the ball in? She does. Over the head of Capone. Oh. Ooh, Harvey Brown just couldn't get there in time because, again, well read by McDermott at the back. Aronson tries to work that out wide, but was unable, not given time to do so. Kostchuk calmly deals with that. Freeman's clearance only goes as far as to Robin Estes. Has Saller for company, which she much appreciates. Capone's tried to flick that back in.
Little cheeky back heel flip from Capone there.
Tricoli. Clark. 4 minutes to play. Still anybody's game. Harvey Brown showing some fighting spirit, and Marona goes down. Referee doesn't call anything. Aronson hangs it in there. Headed away by Freeman. Here comes Sadler. As Maloney is an option which he uses. Crosses block. Maloney sends that in there a second time, but this time it's too close to Grossman.
Good sequence there by the Jumbos. Capone caught in some tough header situations. Coming in at 5'3", not exactly a towering figure, but good job playing taller than she actually is. Some of these Brandeis defenders are coming in at 5'7", 5'8". So the header, couple tricky header situations there.
Burns is robbed off it. Harvey Brown sends the ball wide to Aronson, who goes back to Tricoli. Bursts into the box maybe. It's gone. It's offside.
Interesting to see how the Brandeis defense is responding to being in a 1-1 situation. 8-0-0 team. Haven't had a lot of experience this year, at least, playing in a tie or from behind. But I'd say they maybe look a little bit more frazzled than they did in the first half, but overall still playing with that same intensity that we know that the judges can play with.
Yeah, they posted a 1-0 overtime win at Babson on Tuesday in the 96th minute. So
of course, Moscovich scoring the game-winning goal, as she is known to do time and time again in that Brandeis-Babson game.
Hansen. Jessica Pone is asked to chase this down. Under 2 minutes to play here. McDaniels. Maloney should be able to deal with that and does.
Great closing speed from Maloney there.
But
ball stays in.
ball stays in place, sent back in there by Barnes. It's cleared. And that is a lovely challenge there by Tricoli on Matala. She can take the ball out, and she does. Bow's closing in on her. Jessica Poe has the ball now. Sends that, tries to send that wide. But Fernbach reads that. Here's Moscovich. 3, 4 Jumbos on her, but she somehow keeps the ball. Ballas. Matala tries to send that through to Schwartz, but she undersells it. One final minute here in regulation time. Can anyone get a winning goal? Fernbach wins that header.
Good kick by Bowers there. Might have been her longest
Harvey
all day.
Brown skips past Ballas. Saller sends that ball in, but I think that was deflected off Fernbach. Estes wins it back. Tricoli. Capone, tries just to push it past Freeman, but was unable to do so. Here comes McDaniels and Moscovich, 26 seconds to play.
Maloney with that closing speed again. Wow, really impressive.
That Tufts defense hanging in there whenever they hit on the break. Last chance maybe, Moscovich. McDaniels and Saller holds her up. It will be extra time.
5, 4,
Here at Kraft Field.
2, 1.
And we are going to play maybe 30 more minutes. Well, two overtime periods, sorry. It has finished 1-1 in regulation time with just Capone scoring the equalizing goal.
Some bonus soccer.
So 5 minutes of a break as the coaches get final instructions in. And
Very exciting. end to the second half there. This is Freddie Birnbaum back on for color commentary.
And the coaches are just trying to get some instructions in. And I think one of the big changes that the Jumbos were able to make was really bringing on Tricoli in that midfield. She's had a lot more presence, a lot more fighting spirit, a lot more bite, really, just for the Tufts midfield.
Yeah, and also doing a great job of playing both offense and defense. Like when they're attacking, she's up there trying to make plays, and as soon as there's a turnover, she's there to knock it down.
What did you think of the judges' second half performance, though, Freddie?
It looked like they were playing a lot of the similar game that they were trying to do the first half, but just less successfully. They were trying to work down their sidelines, but the Jumbo's defense, led by Tally Clark and Castro, were really just not letting that happen, not having any of it, and their defense was not as solid as they had been. But looking towards more time, the judges definitely have the explosive potential to get a goal and get a goal quickly. One of their wins was a 9-0 shutout. It was really impressive performance there. So the Jumbos definitely want to make sure their defense is strong, leaving in their strongest players.
Just the second time, of course, the judges have conceded a goal this season. It's turning out to be a very, very remarkable game.
Coming in looking at the stat sheets for both teams, Brandeis had a very impressive season so far and definitely showed us why they've been so successful, but the Jumbos have risen to the challenge and really held them to that one goal and shown a lot of fight in the second half, having a lot more possession and getting that goal in.
Of course, if you're here listening to JumboCast, watching this JumboCast coverage of women's soccer, I'm sure you must be a big fan of Tufts Athletics. So I'm going to bring you scores around the ground, as I like to call it. It's finished 2-0 for the Jumbos field hockey team against Mary Washington. 2-0. So the Jumbos able to pick up another victory there. It's currently 1-0 to Bowdoin in the volleyball game, the women's volleyball game. Of course, our Tufts women's volleyball team 8-0 going into this game, much like the Brandeis judges for women's soccer. So just a quick update for everyone who loves Tufts athletics. Pretty much everyone, I would say, though.
For D3, there's definitely some sports and some successful sports around the community. Both teams back on the field with 10 minutes on the clock.
Of course, don't forget, coming in just about 3 hours, Tufts' very first football game under the lights as we play Wesleyan. First ever game under the lights, so that's starting at 6 p.m. So don't forget to tune in for that one. It's just about ready to get this first half of overtime underway, first period overtime underway.
And if you haven't seen overtime before, they play golden goals. So whatever team scores the goal, that's it.
As the Jumbos try to play just Capone in from a deep cross, but Grosman is able to pick that up. Estes goes forward long. Fernbach is able to deal with it, not convincingly, because it's swung in. Brute Forden has just a little too deep for Brute Forden to hit that first time, so she picks that up and sends that back to Mariah Harvey Brown. Jumbo stuff.
Jumbo's got pressure early in this first overtime, but no shot yet. Looking to keep that pressure up.
Harvey Brown against the Brandeis defense, but that's been the judges have been awarded a goal kick.
Tufts coaching staff has been very vocal, encouraging the team, really fighting for the win.
Alongside the coaching staff as well is senior co-captain Alexa Pius, who I'm happy to report looks fine after sustaining a potential injury earlier on. But I'm glad to say she looks fine and energetic down on that touchline below us. But Forden sends that in. Estes tries to flick that onto Capone, but that's gone out of play. Tricoli instead of Ballas.
Keeping the pressure on.
Forden. Got a nasty left foot, able to put the ball in the box very well. I think Sarah Pikeman is about to come on for Robin Estes, who's had a very, very good game, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, she's been great, controlling the ball in the midfield, trying to feed her offensive players, getting them into position, but she's been working really hard, could use the break, and we'll see if Sarah Pikeman can create some opportunities.
Muscovich sends that to Burns, who is unable to keep that in play. Capone. Good turn. Hands all over her. But referee lets play wave on, and surely that's a foul, but referee says nothing to it. Muscovich.
It's been a very physical and aggressive game, especially in the second half. Players were falling down and really fighting for the ball and maybe pushing against each other a little bit as well.
Of course, the previous game that was also played here on in midweek on Wednesday also went to double overtime, and that finished scoreless. Jumbos were unable to find a way past the Wesleyan defense. And they have found a way past the Brandeis defense today, but scores are locked at 1-all. Goalie Forden sends that along to Jessica Poe and asks her to chase the foot race between her and Marana, which just pressure and forces Grossman into a high clearance. McDermott's header goes out of play under pressure from Brooke Forden. Tally Clark with the throw. Capone just couldn't bring that under control. Shorts McDaniels. Brandeis' leading scorer this season. Powers to Brooke Forden. Couldn't bring that and turn it. So judges have the ball back. Tala.
It's been a very defensive game in this first overtime. Both defenses have been very solid, not allowing any close opportunities.
Especially because the moment you let one in, it's game over.
Yeah.
Just Capone. Tries to find Forden. Renali wins the ball back for her team. All right, Harvey Brown. Back to Kostjo. Judges have the ball back. It's gone out of play though. Halfway through this first period of overtime.
Neither team has had any explosive power or really strong offensive opportunities.
Right, Harvey Brown gets past Freeman. Good strength there. Sends that ball in, trying to find Jessica Poma. Grossman off her line to pick that up. Immediately tries to send the offensive players through. McDaniels wins the header. Tally Clark misplaces the touch was not good enough. Her first touch, at least. Almost gave the judge the way through, but she deals with it eventually.
Great pressure there by Tally Clark. Burns was not able to move at all, couldn't turn and couldn't advance, forcing the ball out of bounds.
Forden. Nolly doesn't get there. Leah McDaniels. Here's Schwartz. Tries to return that ball to Leah McDaniels, but was unable to do so cleanly. Muskovich forced out wide, which means the Jumbos were able to pick that back up. Just Capone onside. Good win there by Raya Harvey Brown, who's worked her socks off this entire game, as is the entire team, really.
Yeah, lots of great effort on both sides, both offense and defense. Everyone's been playing a really great game.
McDaniels. Foul by Tricoli. McDaniels was calling the foul. Her teammates were calling the foul before the referee blew the whistle there.
McDaniels is a really big presence on offense for the judges. She's scored 8 goals so far, and most on her team, and double the next leading goal scorer. So.
It's evidence there by that free kick by McDermott. First thing she looked for, where was McDaniels, and she sent that ball straight to McDaniels' forehead. Forden. A little physical getting in terms of pressure.
It looked like McDermott wanted some sort of call. She looked a little taken aback.
Forden tries to send that out wide to Sadler, to Grumman, but that was intercepted. Harvey Brown is able to do that instead. Grumman swings that in, trying to find Jessica Bowen, but it was too close to the judge's keeper. Just about a minute to play here in the first period of overtime. Schwartz sends that long. Tally Clark heads it out. Tricoli flicks it on. Jessica Capone drops deep, tries to get the ball, and is cleared by Morana, the goal scorer for the judges. Tough throw. Capone. Forden tries to send that long, but wasn't able to connect cleanly. Sunday is coming on for number 23.
This is Burhans.
McDaniels. Dallas is forced out of play by Tricoli. Excellent competitive spirit shown by both teams. Exactly what you want to see, really.
10, 9,
as the first period of overtime comes to an end.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Now after this, it will be a 2-minute break and then one more period of overtime. And without any more goals in that period, it will remain a tie. It would be Brandeis' first tie of the season, their first game that they did not win.
It's a chilly afternoon here, really, in the commentator's booth. I'm feeling a little cold. I'm a little jealous that the teams are able to get nice jackets to keep warm.
We did see that towards the second half, and as the game continued, more and more of the players who were on the bench were zipping up their sweatshirts, putting on some sweatpants. But
I'm all zipped up now. We hear Alexa Pius, senior co-captain, delivering a fiery speech to her fellow teammates that this is their turf, and really the Jumbos after the game last week with Coach Marta Whiting. The girls really, and with some of the players as well, I learned that the girls really, really do love playing at Kraft Field, and they're really, really proud to be able to play here. And you can see that by the pretty good turnout today.
Yeah, looking at some stats before the game, one of the statistics that's measured is attendance at the games, and Jumbos average about 130 fans at each game, which is more than the judges had, and it does seem like the bleachers aren't full, but there are definitely fans every time I've been out here. And to echo that, pride at home, the record at home is 2 wins, 0 losses, and 1 tie.
And of course, the Jumbos are also unbeaten to start the season. They haven't lost a game this year. They are, of course, 3-0-2. They're hoping to make it 4-0-2 today, but as it stands, if it ends goalless in the last period, as I've already said, that's the end of the game.
Yeah.
10 final minutes. Sun's out. As well as we get the second period of overtime underway. Robin Estes is also back on the field. She got a quick break, I would assume, just now.
And Robin Estes is back in for the Jumbos.
Tries to pick out Sadler, which she does and keeps it in. And plays that into feet. Schwartz clears to Moskovich, one of the many threats that the judges have.
As Owen was saying before, Moskovich has scored a good number of the tying and winning goals for the judges.
But that ball to McDaniels was robbed off by Tricoli, who's had a fantastic second half in midfield for the Jumbos. One of the most competitive games I've seen in recent weeks, really, in terms of fighting spirit from both teams and the chances that they've had.
Yeah, definitely great work and all around. It's just players going for balls, challenging balls in the air. Everything has gone contested. Very little easy play.
Maloney is able to win that off Matala, and as the judges throw it deep in Jumbo's territory. Everyone back for the Jumbos. Emily Bowers will be able to come out and pick up that throw-in. Hasn't had much to do, really. But when she has been called into action, she has no doubt been impressive.
And the sun came out just for a few minutes, just long enough to distract Alex Aronson, so she couldn't track that kick down.
Jumbo's throw. Estes throws it into Sadler. Fernbach will try and see that out, but is unable to do so because Sadler tripped her up. Quickly taken free kick, short. Fernbach's pass is intercepted by Sadler. She's able to recover. Only goes as far as to Estes, who overhits that.
Jumbos midfield has really stepped it up in the second half and now in the overtimes to really knock down the weak clearances, forcing the judges to put some air on the ball and really get it above them.
And again, as we see Sadler winning the header there, Tricoli tries to feed that out wide, but McDermott is there, as is Forden, who closes her clearance down. Shorts, nice turns, keeps the ball. Costro steps up. Maloney hoofs it down the field. Fernbach heads it away. Estes heads straight to Fernbach. And Maloney wins the header. Not out of play yet. Here's McDaniel. She recovers excellently though to give her team some time to drop back.
McDaniel, one of the most threatening Judges' offensive players, but she can't make a play there.
No, well cleared. It's Fernbach, but Aronson steps in, defending from the front. Aronson is unable to get there. Jumbo's throw. 5.5 minutes to play here at Craftfield. Last 5.5 minutes of action. And the Jumbos' series, a third home game in the series of a 6 that they're playing here. Forden, Tricoli, nice 1-2 attempted there, but wasn't able to get the Jumbos further up the field. It's Judge's throw.
Actually be a kick for the Judges. There must have been some foul calls
Yeah.
in the confusion over there.
Forden. Picked off by Tricoli. Clark tries to find Aronson. Met by Friedman. Heavy first touch there by Maloney. Ronali is able to bail her out. Clark sends that long. Tries to find Aronson against Friedman. She wins the header, but doesn't have enough space or time as Grosman comes up to pick that. Estes again commanding, just seems to be there first in midfield every time Grossman sends that out on the field.
You see that she saw the ball, immediately read it, and put herself in the best position to make a play on it. Really good vision of the field and just great job seeing where things were happening and just being in the best place at the right time.
Estes again. Who's just come on for Sadler. Dances away past 2, but the Judges were able to recover. Jumbo's throw. 3.5 minutes. Can anyone score the winning goal here? Matala away. Costro's clearance not fully clear. McDaniels tries to feed Fernbach, and again they overhit it. The Jumbos have a chance to take the throw quickly, and they do.
Judges make a substitution. They bring on Maddie Marks to take off Leah McDaniel.
Throw is short to Sunday. Fernbach sends that long. Maloney away. Ronali flicks it on. Matala picks it up in midfield. Back to Maloney. Here's Fernbach. Freeman. Ooh, it's a header again there, Maloney. Short. Sends Moskowitz in, maybe? No. Maloney is there.
And with just over 2 minutes left to play, the Judges took out their top goal scorer to put in sophomore Maddie Marks, who has not scored yet this year. We'll see if the coaches have some strategy working or something in mind for that.
tries to time her pass, but Freeman drops back and recovers in time. The Jumbos will hope to keep the ball here in Judges' territory. Capone for it. Lovely flick on. It's sent in there. They don't really deal with it, and Krugman just couldn't read the bounce right. Golden opportunity there for the Jumbos to win it. End-to-end stuff here.
It was one of the better crosses we've seen today, but just couldn't get in position to make a play on it.
Oh, lovely challenge there by Aronson. It's Jessica Capone. She takes on Freeman. It's Jessica Capone. It's blocked by Freeman's back, and Fernbach gets it away. Another great chance there for the Jumbos. Clark sends that along. Cleared by McDermott. Here's Shorts. Crowded out at Jumbo's midfield. Grumman just lets the ball slip past her. Fernbach is able to pick it up. Here comes Sunday.
Under a minute to play.
Tries to send Muscovich in. She kind of does, but the flag is up.
Offsides.
Last chance here, surely. The Jumbo's head coach is sending everybody forward. They want to win this. That ball from the back is headed away. Ranali is blocked by Schwartz. She tries to send Muscovich through, and Bowers is off her line to sweep that up. Fornin tries to bring that in. Was unable to do so cleanly. It's a foul. It's 20 seconds. Last chance saloon. That's what last chance of the Jumbos to win this. Castro sends it long. Estes with the flick on.
Fighting to the bitter end.
6, 5, 4.
And that is headed away. Not enough time for the Jumbos to launch another attack. It's finished here at Craftfield after what I must say has been a very, very competitive game. It's finished here 1-1.
It was an incredible game. Both teams fighting really hard, right down to the last 10 seconds. Jumbo's trying to make a play there, couldn't get it in. Great defense by the judges all game. Really, they knocked down everything, and their midfield was incredible, not letting the Jumbos get anything going.
So it's finished here 1-1. Tufts plays next on Tuesday at home to MIT before a double-header, double NASCAG weekend against Amherst and Hamilton. And of course, part of the homecoming festivities. It's the last 3 home games for a while for the Jumbos. It's finished here 1-0 as we see the players thank each other really for what is a very, very, very good game.
It was a really fun one to watch, seeing both teams really playing well all around. It wasn't a 1-1 tie because the teams couldn't score. It was because the defenses were so good and prevented the scores. It was really fun to see that on both sides, from the Jumbos and the judges.
And it's really a tale of two halves. The judges came out flying in the first, the Jumbos in the second. But really, nobody really deserves to lose this one, really. It's been such a good game.
An incredible work, as we've seen all season, by Tally Clark. Just really holding Moscovich on that sideline. One of the more threatening players on the judges' offense, and she really stayed on her and did not let her make any plays.
It's been a pleasure commentating with you today, Freddie.
Thank you, and you as well.
Don't forget, it's not the end of the action today. They start against Wesleyan, so stay tuned for that. And with that, it's
Freddie Birnbaum
and Michael Cheese signing off.